what I want. I want some Scott Norton wrestling action right now. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I am TNA TJ. This is the Big Al Show. Not the Big Al Snow Show, for those who got confused with the Big Al Show. So what's up, you guys? I'm here. Big Al's here. He's just getting himself prepped up. Anyways, yes, so who out there is missing WCW right about now with the crap that we've been watching? I know of plenty of hands that are sky high. So, first, I want to talk about how terrible TNA has been lately. Awful, god awful. What the hell is the top 10? What the hell is this about anyways? Kurt Angle just withdraws from the top 10, so why even have it? It's crap. Team 3D, feuding with the spiky hair guys, Inc., awful. Just awful, throwing matches together. Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, tag champions. Terrible. Just awful. You got young guys out there doing a much better job, and you give it to old-ass Scott Hall, who cannot even jog towards the ropes. Never want to do a clothesline properly. This is terrible. So anyways, I think I got my boy Big Al.
I see you're enjoying TNA lately. Welcome, everybody, to the Big Al Show. Sorry, I'm a little late stepping in. Just getting ready for you guys. So it's been, 2 weeks? We missed the show last week. Very sorry about that, everybody, but a lot of stuff going down. Main thing, I forgot to pay the internet bill.
Oh!
Yeah, it got a little high. I totally forgot about it. Got up to $200.
Ooh, that hurt.
Yeah, it hurt me. So I paid it. Don't worry. We're back on. Sorry about that. We'll try to not to let that happen too often.
No way.
All right. So usually every Saturday at 6 o'clock, please join us. And welcome back. Another wonderful Saturday. It's beautiful outside, and we're happy to have everybody with us. Daniel from Scotland is here. Andre Harrison, of course. Welcome back, Harrison. Harrison, we're going to have Harrison call a little later, I think.
We are.
We got to get him his Over the Limit prediction for the WWE. We like to have Harrison call in and do the prediction sometimes before the pay-per-views. And you guys at home, of course, doing your predictions as well. It's always fun, I think, before a pay-per-view, especially WWE pay-per-view. Not that the WWE is awesome right now, but at least it's bearable wrestling. The storylines are at least coherent, so I don't mind that. So the predictions are fun. I think Over the Limit looks good. I think it's a good-looking card. I think it's going to be a good pay-per-view. We're going to talk about all that stuff. We got a lot to talk about, guys. So the first thing, the most important thing, a lot has gone on since we have not been off the airwaves for that week. And the first thing we want to talk about, because it is the most important of everything that's happened, by far.
What it could have been? I don't know.
The Ultimate Warrior has issued a blog. He wrote another blog.
Oh, yeah?
Big news, big news. Ultimate Warrior. You guys know we love the Ultimate Warrior so much. He always visits us. He gets mad because we talk a little trash about him. So he comes to the house, bangs on the door. He's an absolute animal.
All up.
Yeah, old outfit and everything. He's an animal. Guess what? He went crazy. Warrior crazy on Ted DiBiase. Okay, he went nuts on his blog. He ripped Ted DiBiase, and he got real personal.
Junior?
No, senior. From their time together in the WWE back in the 80s. When we were kids and we were watching, he's here.
What is going on?
Hey, get out of here, Warrior. Don't open the door, Wrestling George. I think we got rid of him. All right, so here we go. Warrior goes crazy on his blog. Here's what he had to say about Ted DiBiase. The first thing he decided to do was rip about DiBiase getting all religious. Whoa. So I guess he thinks that's a big joke. Here's what he said. Boy, he really got to it. Let's be honest here, Father Teddy. It was never guilt that made you change your ways to become a man of God. It was gluttony and your dark desire to continue getting away with it. You've never had the discipline in your whole life to restrain your appetites for anything, and you still don't. All you've done is substitute vices and indulgences When you were in the business and your ego was powered by your gimmick and your fame and celebrity, you were gluttonous for sluts? Whoa! I know. And salacious thoughts and living. When it was all over, the superficiality of celebrity was gone, and you had nothing to cling to anymore to cover up your natural repulsiveness. Even the worst whores have standards. Once you were nothing without the TV and the $1 Million Man gimmick, which the WWE footed the entire bill for, they wanted nothing to do with you anymore. You crawled home on your knees to your wife and God, all seemingly in the desire to be forgiven. But all you've truly done is use religion as an excuse and means to continue getting away with other forms of self-indulgent gluttony. What do you think of that?
I like that word.
It gets worse. He called him Satan's pig.
Ow!
I really think this is where you fail the best in being a fraud, a hypocrite, a real snake oil salesman. In fact, you fail so successfully at gluttony, I think you missed the calling of what would have been your best gimmick, the one that truly fits, Satan's pig. You are the embodiment of Satan's pig. Your face, body, mind, and spirit provide the perfect image of it. Amazing, isn't it? After all these years. I mean, he goes on like this, calling him a whore, calling him Satan's pig, and then probably the best part here at the end where they talk about the business a little bit. You were smart about the business, Teddy. You were so stupid to figure out, but you were stupid to figure out how it really works. Guys like you funded petty cash. Guys like me and Hogan and Savage at the time paid the mortgages and the travel bills and the production costs of the whole operation. Your profit-making contribution was like hitting 3 cherries on a nickel slot machine. Mine was like hitting the Powerball jackpot. I earned my limousine. Yours was provided as part of your silly gimmick. The Warrior.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the Warrior's talking about silly gimmick.
Well, what's going on?
Hold on.
Why did he go?
Reality check.
Oh,
my quarterly royalty checks were for more money than you made in a whole year. It was never about who could draw money with a guy like you. It was always about who could draw money with a guy like me. And I'm better than you, and I'm the best, and you're nothing. Guys like you are one of many. Guys like me were one of a kind.
Why do you?
The Ultimate Warrior, everybody.
Why is he doing this?
I guess the DiBiase made some comments on him. He, said some stuff on the DVDs, and he's made some comments throughout the years.
So he just said
he needed to be let alone by the nose to have a good match.
He's mad. Maybe he still got the $1 million belt.
Here's the thing: is he really wasting his time on his blog, going on and on, calling him a whore, calling him Satan's pig? I mean, that's these guys really hate each other.
Maybe he's coming back.
He's not coming back. That guy's like 70 years old. So, yes, there we go. The big news. I think we're done now.
That's it.
It's all we need to talk about was the Ultimate Warrior.
Warrior's son should come and wrestle against DiBiase's son.
Does Warrior have a son?
I don't know.
I don't know if he sleeps with his. I don't know if he believes in sexual activity. He's a weird guy.
He is weird.
Who knows what he believes in?
A Boy Scout leader.
What are you trying to say? A Boy Scout leader? Are you trying to call the Ultimate Warrior some sort of pedophile?
I don't know.
Boy, if he hears this radio show, we may get our own blog. We may get our own little blog about
We may.
Some nothing, nobody losers on the radio talking about me.
Bring it on. He comes by the house anyways.
Yeah, dude, you're already wasting your time coming by here to harass us.
He doesn't even use a car. He just comes running down the street.
All right, I'm sorry, everybody. We just wanted to get in the joking mood. Right. I hope everybody enjoyed the Warrior. Hopefully he leaves us alone.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's get into some real wrestling news.
Whoa.
Okay?
Give it to us.
Carlito.
Carlito.
Well, he's not going to be spinning apples anymore.
What?
He's been released.
No!
Carlito has been released.
I can't pick him up.
Why do you think he was released?
Because he was spitting in the face of people who aren't cool. Spit in Vince McMahon's face recently.
Yeah, he might as well spit in his face. Apparently, he showed up to a taping wasted, or he was messed up, and they said he was in, according to the source, quote-unquote, no condition to perform.
At the tape show.
I guess. I might have been raw. I don't know.
That's all right.
So he goes ahead and said, I guess they asked him to take a test or go to rehab. He said no. He said no, he has no problem. He has no problem, and he's not going to do it. Not going to go to rehab, not going to go, follow the wellness policy of the WWE.
Fine.
What do you think of that, Wrestling George? Carlito is gone. He's released.
Does he have a problem?
From WWE, yes. Cool.
Cool. Give it a cool.
Thanks, George. You don't like him.
What?
He doesn't.
Come out here and spit in your face. An apple? Yes, well, apple and parts spit.
Let's see how the chat room feels about Carlito.
Wait, with a scrub at the end.
Andre liked our Warrior joke.
Oh, good.
They have really nothing to say about Carlito.
What?
I don't think anyone
cares. He's
cares
going to come in here and spit
about
on
Carlito.
everybody.
What they're talking about, Daniel from Scotland,
there we go.
in particular here. Oh, and welcome, Miss Mimi, to the chat.
Oh.
To the program.
Miss me.
Yes. Daniel from Scotland, let's talk about it. Might as well. Scott Hall. You haven't heard about this.
No, I have.
He's been arrested.
What? Why? Did he, what did he do? He threw a toothpick at an officer? What's going on? Tell me.
Well, pretty much. One was resisting arrest, so there you go.
Okay, so he did it.
So he did throw the toothpick at the officer.
Okay.
And the other, disorderly conduct.
Oh.
I don't know if he was standing on a table, doing the crotch chop.
That would have been cool.
I don't know what he was doing, but he got arrested, and he resisted arrest.
Was
so
he asking people?
More trouble for the TNA Tag Team Champion.
Was he asking who they here to see? The good guys?
Yeah. Uh-oh, here come the good guys. Police come rolling in.
One more.
Yeah. Sorry, Scott Hall.
He'll be out. I'm sure he's fine.
Isn't it time for TNA to say goodbye to Hall, Nash, Waltman, and all the old guys?
Maybe Hall. I like Nash still.
TNA, by the way,
I don't think it's around anymore. I haven't seen him.
TNA, by the way, ratings-wise, they got a .96.
Ow!
They got a .93 the week before. This is on their Thursday.
Going up, baby.
Yeah, up a whole .1. Up a whole .1. You quit and ran back to Thursdays for a .1. TNA. Okay, listen, I've been giving it to TNA, and I will continue to do so. But I made a mistake last time we were on.
Uh-oh.
Rob Van Dam didn't lose the title. So I thought the spoiler, I thought the spoiler said that he lost the title. He just lost the match. It was a non-title, so I apologize. I was wrong. But by the same token, aren't we sick of these non-title matches? How many times is the champion really going to wrestle but not put the title on the line? How many times can we see the champion lose, but still have the belt?
He was in a tag match this week.
They're in a tag match every week.
With, what's his name? Machismo.
So, yeah, I guess the big news right now, Carlito released, Scott Hall arrested.
All right, that's it?
That's the big news.
Okay. What's the medium news?
Well, we don't really have medium news. Booker T showed up at a TNA live event.
Nice. Stevie Ray was there?
Every time I mention
Booker
T, you mention Stevie Ray.
Can't go on with the other. They're
Jeez. Oh, well.
Flat.
Yes. So enough with Hall and Carlito. Carlito will be missed, I think, by some. I thought he had a personality. He was interesting.
He'll be fine.
But I guess he had a problem. Backtracking, you could go back and start talking about his dad. I got a little wrestling history lesson.
Whoa.
Some stuff I didn't know everything about a couple of weeks ago from a buddy of mine on Twitter.
I know his dad used to wrestle.
His dad, not only did he wrestle, boy, we could get into it, and we will another week.
Okay.
Okay, that's fair enough. But if you guys want, go ahead and look up the Cologne family in wrestling, and you'll see some pretty crazy stuff.
TNA likes guys like that, though.
TNA, you think TNA would be interested in
they love
Carlito?
They love mess-ups. Jeff Hardy is a mess-up.
Scott Hall.
Scott Hall's a mess-up. Keep going. Waltman, who else?
Well, we're all mess-ups, aren't we?
Well, for wrestling, you got to remember, WWE's PG now.
Do you think that WWE being PG restricts them from having better storylines, or do you think the writing, and I go with this one, do you think the writing's so bad it wouldn't matter if they could have nude women and blood all over the place? I don't think it would matter. The writing sucks. But the WWE's writing is just slightly better than TNA. TNA's is just scrubbing the ground. Scrubbing the ground, man.
Top 10. What the hell is that?
Oh, yeah, what did you guys think of the top 10 on TNA Impact?
So bad.
Andre wants to see Carlito in the X Division. I don't know about that.
I want to see the luchadors in the X Division.
Oh, you really do want to bring back those luchadors.
Bring them back. Put them in the audience. Have them watch.
Yeah, me and TNA TJ were, we get bored with wrestling because it sucks sometimes. You guys can identify with this if you're sick of watching TNA and WWE. So we'll start brainstorming different storylines that we would do. How about a little bit of a luchador sort of invasion? Let's bring back these luchadors, have them sit in the crowd, just maybe one the first week with a mask on. They don't even have to be known luchadors.
No.
Just a regular luchador invasion. As long as they can wrestle,
and
they wrestle like luchadors, have them come in there and do a little something with the X Division guys. Challenge them. Yeah. You're taking our styles. You're taking our swag.
What the hell is X Division?
Now, Nothing like that's ever going to happen in TNA.
No one's creative enough to.
They're sitting around doing, I don't even know what they're doing. I read an article the other day that said there's no long-term booking in TNA. Well, breaking news. No kidding. There's no long-term booking. So what did Bischoff and Hogan do? They just came in and said, we'll just get all the old guys we used to, put them on TV, and it's magic?
Yeah.
What was their plan?
That last-minute writing.
Hogan, you be good. Flair, you be bad, and we'll just do it.
Typical.
Yeah.
Team Hogan.
So I fall asleep thinking about it.
Or just a bunch of tag teams.
So let's just forget about wrestling these days, everybody. Let's shut off the television sets.
Oh.
Let's start watching the DVDs.
Yeah! They got the Ric Flair one, a newer one.
A newer one? I like the older one.
No,
they got a new Jericho DVD in the works.
Oh.
3 discs later this year.
There goes my man.
I think that would be good. And they also have the Steamboat DVD.
No, not interested.
What?
I wasn't a big Steamboat.
He was he was a great wrestler.
I know, I understand this. But I'm not a fan.
Man, he could still get in the ring. Mr. Mania?
I like
Mr. Perfect. Whoop.
I like guys.
Whoop, whoop for Mr. Perfect.
I just think go with it. Daryl, my friend Daryl's favorite wrestler is the Ultimate Dragon.
Really? Ultimo Dragon?
No, Ultimate? Him. The Dragon. Ricky the Dragon?
Oh, no, it's Ricky the Dragon. Yeah, you threw me off there.
Ultimate Dragon. Sorry. You're going to be Ultimo Dragon, who was awesome, by the way. Luchador.
Did you see Virgil came back?
No, I missed it.
Yes. Virgil is back.
Nice. What's he doing?
Ted DiBiase Jr., of course.
It's his boy.
Yeah. I guess that's good for a minute, right?
So he's playing off his dad's gimmick?
I guess. Yeah. You're not into Ted. I think he's so boring.
He's so.
I'm almost ready to completely give up on Ted DiBiase Jr.
I don't buy it.
He doesn't have the charisma, the personality of his dad at all.
He's trying.
He looks like a pretty boy. Ted DiBiase looked like a mean, gruffy, devious, evil person. You know, especially with that gimmick. He played it to perfection. Ted DiBiase Jr. just looks like a young kid who grew up, he grew up rich. I guess that's what they're going to try to do with him, his gimmick. I guess that's the only thing you could see with him. The preppy, stuck-up kid took his dad's money and spoiled like him.
Doing it right if that's what they're doing. You should be talking a lot more.
Welcome to the party, Mistum.
Oh.
Mistum listens to us in the UK. Very late over there.
UK.
Yes, we love our UK listeners.
We do.
Our Daniel all the way from Scotland listener. And Grim, welcome to the party. Grim got on me because about the spoiler I gave away.
Oh, Grim.
So I was wrong, and I already admitted it, Grim. Sorry about that. Sorry, TNA. But that's all I'm going to apologize to TNA for. The rest of it, no. But Grim said he's been very happy with TNA lately.
It wasn't bad last week.
He thought it was okay.
I think.
But it's taped, man. It's so stupid when it's taped.
Isn't that guy terrible, the Terry guy? He has no personality.
I don't like tape shows at all. It takes away all the suspense for me.
Oh, yeah.
And they ran away from the fight. They ran away from the WWE. The only time they got those low ratings on Monday is when they had taped shows on.
Yeah, it's true.
So come on.
Why not do it live on Thursday?
Then do it, they don't want to spend the money. Speaking of spending the money, Dixie Carter, apparently they're going to cut a bunch of TNA wrestlers.
I heard about that.
Yeah. We don't know who, but I guess Dixie Carter is upset. She doesn't want to let anyone go, which tells you she doesn't know what the hell she's doing.
Well,
she's letting her personal feelings
get
involved with a business.
Russo.
Yeah, Russo. I mean, just because you like them, Dixie, and they're cool to you, doesn't mean you should pay them and keep them around forever. So obviously, it's not a good business decision. You have to keep your distance. You can't be friendly like that.
She needs to let somebody run it.
So
she needs to be out.
She does need to be out. Bubba the Love Sponge, who I'm not a fan of, but he did say that Dixie had a lot to do with the booking. She had her hands in it. She really was making, a lot of decisions which way to go with that.
She is the owner.
And it would make sense because it's probably the worst booked wrestling ever.
It's terrible. It is.
It's really bad.
It can't be Bischoff and Hogan.
It can't be anyone ever involved with wrestling.
It's just all over the place.
I think if we took any of our fans that are in the chat right now and sent them in to book for TNA, it would come out a little better no matter what.
Oh, did you know who the number one contender is, by the way? You missed it?
No, I missed Impact. Who's the number one contender?
Stinger,
okay.
Yeah, which, by the way, is terrible.
Well, they've been relying on Sting now at TNA for the last 5 years.
He has to use the bat all the time.
Yeah.
He cannot wrestle without the bat. Bat taken away, he's terrible.
Anyway, apparently she met with Mickie James.
Mickie James?
Well, not met with her. She went to her album Mickie James. She went to an album release party.
Nice. That was nice.
Right, and she said on Twitter, this is what Dixie said, just left my first music showcase in a while. Want to guess the artist? Mickie James. Woo! Thanks for the invite, girl.
Nice.
Oh, Jesus.
Sucker.
Yeah, Mickie James, come on out, Dixie. Okay. Sure, Mickie. This is so cool. $2 million a year? Sounds fair.
Sure.
Listen, I'm not like a Mickie James hater, but really, are you going to make moves by signing her?
And this is who you want?
That's who you're spending your time with? You should be meeting with bookers right now and trying to hire new writers and a new creative team. Leave Mickie James. No matter what talent you get, it's not going to matter until the writing is there.
Sell it. Sell it to Dusty Rhodes right now. Dusty,
hell yeah.
And buy this shit.
Ted Turner, anybody.
Now.
Save us. ROH. Don't if the guys at ROH are making enough money, they should just buy TNA, get their TV contract rights, get their library, get some of their wrestling contracts, take their spot, call it ROH.
Fresh
Be
start.
awesome.
Fresh start.
They'd have a 2.0 in 2 months.
Sure.
2 months.
Of course.
And WWE would be shitting in their pants, and McMahon would be like, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it shouldn't be TJ. What's going on? Damn it.
Shawn McMichael, bring it back. Undertaker,
hold on. Take her, please.
It's not over.
5 more years. That's all we need. Turn this ship around. Oh, boy.
Someone has to be rich with some money that wants to take a chance. She can't hold on to it too long. She's losing. Money. She has it.
Well, somebody needs to take TNA's spot.
Hogan don't have the money.
I've given up on TNA. If they don't have the balls to go at them on Mondays, forget it. I don't want any part of your little Tapes Thursday program. I might as well watch ROH on Mondays.
I'll watch it till it's over.
I'm going to make a change.
Thinking shit.
I'm going to start watching ROH.
Go for it.
I'm saying it right now. That's it. ROH. Change.
Do it.
What do you think?
Do it.
You going to join me?
No. Tape it.
Tape it. It's on the internet.
Tape it. Put it on the big screen.
Big screen. Bret Hart won the U.S. title on Raw.
I heard. Is that good?
So why are you asking me? Let's hear your opinion first.
It doesn't matter. Does it? Really? They throw around titles like it's candy. Doesn't matter.
All right, I like it. It's a nostalgia thing. But they should have went all the way if they wanted to do that and gave him the title at WrestleMania.
Who did he beat?
What?
Who did he beat?
Who did who beat?
Bret Hart.
Miz. Who I don't think has defended the title since MVP like 2 or 3 months ago.
I don't mind Miz.
Do you like him now?
He's all right.
He's okay. They got him teaming with Jericho. We're going to get into our Over the Limit predictions, everybody, a little bit later.
Growing on me, you know?
John Lovitz is hosting Raw this week. Your boy.
John Lovitz.
Now you like him.
We went to a movie.
We had a big argument, me and you. On this show, you said you didn't like him.
I don't like him.
Now you don't like him. You just said you like him.
I like him.
See, everybody? This guy, TNA TJ, is a liar. He's a liar.
Him on certain things.
Don't trust anything he has to say.
He's okay.
Grim says going at the WWE would be a fiscal nightmare. I disagree completely. The WWE...
This isn't the NFL.
Listen, the WWE is so weak right now. They just got a 3.4 for their commercial-free Raw. Okay. But before that, 2 weeks in a row, they were about a 3.0, 3.1. That is so low for wrestling, and especially for really the only wrestling program available on television. If another show came along, did it differently, it's a different show. That's not really a wrestling program, right? WWE and certainly not TNA. They could do it so differently. They could go with the WWE because they're different. It's a different brand. They could provide an alternative. Sure. TNA did not provide an alternative.
Provided garbage.
They provided garbage. I'm sorry. Grim loves TNA. I'm sorry. I wanted TNA to make it. You guys know. I was pulling for them, but they gave up. They don't have to, you don't have to beat the WWE. But on Monday night, 2 live wrestling programs, you can't lose. And the product they were putting forth was such garbage, and they were still getting a 1.0 with their live shows.
Sure.
They could have only gotten better because it was so bad. But they didn't want to stick it out.
Not with the writing. Not what's going on.
All right. There's heat on Orlando Jordan. Heat. There's people in the locker room.
I don't like it.
I don't like Orlando Jordan.
Free.
You know, I always wonder when I read these dirt sheets, where are these reports coming from? Especially when they're so uniform. I read one the other day that said the TNA locker room has lost faith in Hogan and Bischoff. Did they take a poll? Did they talk to every wrestler in the back?
No.
How do they know who has and who hasn't?
One guy.
It's 3 or 4 guys. We don't like it here. You know, not all of them. Now, there might be a lot now in TNA. Let's not say that because it's real bad. It has gotten real, real bad.
You know what, though? I think.
But those reports in general, they're usually so like, you know, anonymous source. You know, producer in the truck in the back could have came and said that.
I don't think like RVD and like Jeff Hardy care. To be honest with you, they love it. They don't got to go anywhere.
I think RVD's having a good time. He's
getting
getting to wrestle. He's on TV. He's featured. He's enjoying himself.
Sure, but yeah, they don't have to go.
Not too strenuous.
They're chilling, having fun. All of them. Really?
Well, they have to go to the live shows.
You know it's crap. They just get paid. It's a check.
They're getting paid. Jeff Hardy is going to be gone, right? He's going to take off as soon as his court stuff is handled, if it's handled.
He's garbage. I don't like him anyway. He's out of shape now. He's terrible.
You're saying he's fat now. You're going to lose us all our female viewers.
Don't care.
By ragging on him.
He's terrible now. He's not cool. The freak paints his face all up. The weirdo. He's on crack.
Chris Benoit's father.
Oh, man. What's going on there?
Says that you should not vote for Linda McMahon for Senate.
Okay.
And I guess the reason being they're not pushed, Vince McMahon didn't really, they don't push a wellness policy, a real wellness policy that protects the wrestlers. He's saying Chris's problem, and I hate to talk about it, but it is in the news. They said his problem was, he's saying it's caused by trauma to the head and a lot of that stuff, and, they were very careless with the wrestlers. Well, that's nothing new. I don't know how much did Linda have to do with that? What do you think?
I don't know. I really don't. I don't know the story behind it.
Listen, Vince McMahon, we know for a fact, he put it on his DVD that he told Jake the Snake to DDT Steamboat on the concrete, and Steamboat got knocked unconscious.
Sure.
So, you understand that McMahon will, or at least he would,
I'm sure,
do anything for the effects for the right.
He's a lot of sure. Steroid era, he was pushing it. Don't, come on, those guys are.
Sure he was.
He was loving it.
But is this the right time for Chris Benoit's father? That's the question, right? To speak out right now? Against Linda?
Doesn't matter.
I guess if you want to say your piece, say your piece. Yeah. I don't know. But that's in the news, everybody. You make up your mind.
Owen Hart?
At home.
What? Owen Hart? What about that? They let him go, doing crazy stunts off the top.
Well, they do that. That was an accident.
It was an accident. It can happen again. I don't think they'll ever really
Sure, but they still do it.
They do?
Well, when was the last time they did that with Sting? You're right. It's been quite a while. But they do those sorts of effects, man. You'll see it again.
Setting people on fire. Sure, Undertaker.
Well, that was an accident.
Yeah, it can happen.
Again. NXT. Anybody watching NXT?
No.
The internet seems to like NXT.
Yeah.
I see a lot of the tweets are about NXT. But I don't know. I never got that into it. I guess they had eliminations.
Right.
I did. Daniel Bryan got eliminated, the big internet sensation.
Oh, yeah, that's the guy.
Having a little thing with Michael Cole.
Right.
I don't know. Speaking of shoots, TNA wants to maybe start doing shoot interviews and selling them. What do you think of that?
What do you mean?
Like having a wrestler, shoot on video. Okay. Just like sell the DVD. Yeah. I don't really like Kurt Angle, yada, yada.
All right, stupid.
Very stupid, because how can it be a shoot if it's released by TNA? Are you really going to say whatever you want about TNA if it's their freaking shoot video? No. TNA sucks. I couldn't stand my time there. I'm out in like a month. It's terrible here.
You know what it is? They're concentrating on things that they shouldn't be concentrating on. One thing at a time, the writing, this crap that you're giving us. Then you worry about the extra crap that you want to throw out. What is this other show they're coming out with, TNA now? Reaction? Come on.
I haven't watched it.
It hasn't come out yet. So I think it's starting next week, right?
See, the chat room lights up with NXT talk as soon as I mentioned it. I told you. Andres talking about Bryan Danielson was tremendous on NXT last week. How's his personality, though? What I saw, not there, man. I don't see it in Bryan Danielson. I don't see the personality. I'm not saying he can't make it in the big time. All right? I'm not Michael Cole. But until he gets a personality check or does something, I don't know. Maybe he could maybe make it. He made it in ROH, right? He was good there, but that was a different style. It was a different program. It was a completely different show. I don't think the WWE can showcase him. He's too much wrestling and too little personality to shine in the WWE. In my opinion, take that whole freaking crop and throw him out. I don't like any of those NXT guys. Maybe Barrett, maybe.
Who's that?
That's the taller English fellow that started hanging out.
Oh, yeah.
Jericho.
Yeah. I think it's a dumb idea.
Well, McMahon loves it, and he's going to keep doing it.
Good.
He's going to try to keep it good. You want his failure. Whew, we are a half hour in. Thanks, everyone, for joining us on the Big Al Show. Again, we missed you guys last week. We apologize. Big Al did not pay the internet bill. Ouch. But we're good now, and we're ready to roll every Saturday, 6 o'clock. I got to start doing these reviews again.
You do.
A lot of stuff going on. Slacking, but we got to get back to that, hopefully this Monday. Shout-outs. Shout-outs to everybody in the chat room who take the time to come on in, support the show. We were off for a week. Bam, they're still back with us. Andre Harrison, Daniel from Scotland, Grim. She's not upset with us, but she... apparently it's not Inge. It's not pronounced Inge. How do you think it's pronounced? I-N-G-E.
Okay.
Ing?
No. I'm going to say...
Inge? Inge.
Just say it. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's not going to be possible.
It's Inge. That's how Brandon
Inge. Miss them, of course, and Ms. Mimi. And we want to thank everybody calling in, or excuse me, not for calling in. We don't take too many calls. We don't do the call thing too often. We want to thank especially the luchadors in the room today.
Whoa!
We've got 2 luchadors. These are the guests with the mask on. They don't have profiles. We like them just as much. And all of our listeners in the archives who make up the huge chunk of our listens. Hundreds and hundreds. So it's great. So thank you guys. We appreciate you guys coming in every week. Inge said we were close, so let's start just going with Inge.
There you go.
All right. Mr. Anderson is a face. Would you like him as a good guy?
No, of course not. Terrible.
Why?
Stupid. His character's not a good character. He's made to be a bad guy. He looks like a bad guy. That's what he is.
Right.
Stupid. Another dumb thing they did last week is this Impact. Have him run out and help Jeff Hardy. What the hell? This guy's been killing good guys. All of a sudden now he's a good guy.
Over the Limit. Are we going to get into our Over the Limit prediction?
Dumb name for a pay-per-view.
You don't like it?
I'm not saying I don't like the pay-per-view.
Listen, a lot of people were telling me this could have had something to do, or not something to do with, maybe it was going to be a tribute show to Owen Hart of some sort, because the pay-per-view where the accident occurred was called Over the Edge.
Whoa.
And it was also in Detroit.
Oh, okay.
From what I understand. So a lot of similarities there.
Wait. Are they doing anything for it?
I don't know.
And then I want to
wait and see. I'm sure Bret will if he is there.
It's true. You're right.
He is there. All right, so let's go over the Over the Limit card. You don't like the title. Why?
Dumb, man. I just don't like it. Doesn't sound like a wrestling thing. I don't know. They take away, what do they take away? What pay-per-view do they take away? The name.
No, I don't remember.
WWE just got rid of one of their major pay-per-views.
Not for this month, I don't
No, but I'm saying altogether. What, Survivor Series?
Dude, that was old. They're getting rid of a lot, but Survivor Series, yes.
But why?
That's the main one that they apparently
Over the
That might not even, I don't know. They haven't announced their December pay-per-view yet. So I guess there might be still hope for Survivor Series. Anyway, Over the Limit.
New Age.
We're going to stick on this, TJ, because sometimes you like to go off on this part.
Oh.
We want to stick to our predictions.
Stick it to it.
Over the Limit, I think it's going to be a good pay-per-view. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to watch.
Andre the Giant versus...
Andre the Giant. See, there you go. I knew you were going to do it. Jeez. Edge is going to be taking on Randy Orton.
Oh.
That's the first one that I want to talk about because that's the match that I'm looking forward to the most.
It is.
I think they've done great. Whatever. I know I'm an Orton mark, as so many people like to say. You're an Orton mark.
You are.
He's good. He has a good personality. He's interesting. His charisma.
Ooh.
He has a lot of good things about him. And he's a great wrestler.
He is.
I like him in the ring. I think he's entertaining. You don't have to. Listen, guys, it's not all about suplexes and back body drops.
Suplex.
Yeah, it's also about charisma, getting in there, making the right moves, just when he starts pounding on the ring, just when he's about to do a punt, the look on his face. I mean, this is how that's character, that's charisma, that's how you connect with the crowd. You show your personality. It's not all about the wrestling moves. So this guy has, to me, the total package. So Randy Orton in a big feud with Edge lately, he's been getting the best of Edge. So it would be likely. I'm going to go ahead and say that Edge will win.
No.
I'm going with Edge.
Orton.
I'm going against Orton, but,
No, you're doing a smart thing.
I'm just trying to make the predictions. And, it's not like the WWE is afraid to let Randy Orton get pinned. He takes losses all the time. So I'm not afraid to say Randy Orton's going to lose, and Edge is going to win.
Not for a battle.
Edge, they're usually pretty safe with him. I don't think he loses too much in comparison to other wrestlers. He's always at the top of the card.
I think Orton's still.
Everybody has Orton to win.
Yeah, you see?
I'm still going. Everybody has Orton to win.
Bad.
I'm going with Edge. They weren't that bad, bro. I think I was 500 for Mania.
I was like 80%.
That was just Mania, bro.
Well, excuse me.
Last pay-per-view, whatever. Let's not talk about it. The Big Show is going to be taking on Jack Swagger for the heavyweight title.
Baby.
You got Big Show. Is that more with your heart?
Yeah.
Or is that with your head?
Both. Heart. More.
Yeah, me too. I would like to go with Big Show in the heart. But are they giving Jack Swagger the big push here?
They seem like it. I like that.
And could the Big Show lay down for him? I don't know. Or is Vince McMahon going to go with someone, Big Show's good personality, can pass for a champion?
Yeah.
Can he carry SmackDown?
And he's a good guy now.
Yes. I say yes. He's a face. He can. I always liked him. I still do. But I'm going to go with Jack Swagger. I'm going to go with Jack Swagger. I think Jack Swagger's keeping the belt.
I like the face. I like the Big Show. Crowd likes him now. Like, he's a happy guy.
I like him too. But I'm not going with my heart, TJ. I think you're going with your heart on this.
No, I'm going with the crowd. The crowd wants him to win. He's going to win.
I'm going with Jack Swagger. Kofi Kingston for the Intercontinental title against Drew McIntyre. Big support from Daniel from Scotland. Yeah, I love that guy. So Drew McIntyre versus Kofi.
I got Drew.
You got Drew.
I got Drew.
They seem to be investing a lot in him and the storylines and the new Titantron and his music and his character and the Vince McMahon getting him back in. I think you're right. They're pushing Drew. They're going to keep pushing him, maybe to the top. It's not like they're afraid to just throw the world title on anyone these days. So they're going to keep pushing Drew. Yes, I go Drew McIntyre in this match. You?
Yeah.
You're going Drew as well.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Daniel from Scotland in a surprise pick says Drew's going to win.
Wow, I was shocked because I figured for sure he'd say Kofi in that.
Yeah, me too.
No contest.
Jericho and The Miz. What a funky tag team. I thought it'd be better to have them feud. I'm sure they will now down the line. Maybe.
What do they go by?
Do they have a name? I don't believe so.
Showmiz.
Yeah, they don't. Well, Showmiz I don't think was ever their official name. They really didn't use it on TV.
Yeah, they did.
Did they?
Yeah.
Not often.
No,
a lot of times it's just that Big Show and Miz when they came out.
I always heard Showmiz.
Yep. Your hearing impaired. So Jericho and The Miz taking on the Hart Dynasty for the tag team titles. You do not like the Hart Dynasty.
That's terrible.
I like Davey Boy Smith's kid.
He's all right.
I'm not too happy about Tyson.
Yeah.
He's too little. Get him the hell out of there.
The noise.
It should have been Davey Boy and somebody else. Where's your Neidhart kids?
Pink Tyson.
Get that in there.
Terrible.
Hell yeah. Maurice and Eve Torres for the WWE Divas title. Does anyone care about women's wrestling these days? They don't really treat it like it's worth shit.
Yeah, I don't.
Right?
I don't even know who those people are.
So, yeah, I'm going to have to say in that match, nobody. No, you got to make a prediction, right? That sucks. We shouldn't have to make a prediction because I don't like that match and I don't care. And I usually tune out the women's stuff these days.
Give me a name.
Maurice versus Eve Torres. Torres is the champ.
I like Torres. Going Eve.
She's the champ. I'm going Maurice because she's pretty. Even though I like Eve, she's not really the typical Spanish girl for me.
Never heard of her, but
she doesn't look that Spanish to me, and I like Spanish girls. I don't like Eve that much. I'm going to go with Maurice to win the title, and Whoopi-Doo.
Whoopi Goldberg.
And Whoopi Goldberg to interfere and host Raw the following night in the main event angle, where a lockbox will be used.
Or their white boyfriend. What was his name?
I don't know about her social life, dude. I don't pay attention like you to that.
Cheers. She dated the guy, Ted Danson.
Oh, yeah, Ted Danson. Okay, I do remember that. I apologize. They did a movie together.
Yeah.
We're totally off talking about Whoopi frickin' Goldberg right now on a wrestling program. I agree with him. He said Maurice is beautiful, and that's about it.
Wow.
Yeah. R-Truth is going to be taking on Mr. Personality, Ted DiBiase Jr. That should be his name.
No give it to DiBiase, but I want Truth to win.
Yes, I want Truth to win as well. I like Truth. I have since he was Killings. At least they have him on Raw.
Sure, they got him doing
well, they're putting him on the card, I guess. But they could be doing more for him. He's sort of at the bottom of the card.
DiBiase, by the way.
You're going DiBiase?
I don't want him to. So, do it.
And there you go. And there's your Over the Limit predictions.
Man.
I think it looks like a good card.
Yeah, it's not bad.
The Edge Orton looks great. Oh, I'm sorry. We forgot the big one. I always forget this guy.
I missed this.
The main event. It's going to be the last match. And I always forget this guy. I always forget him. John Cena.
Oh.
Defending his title again. Whew, where's the snooze button?
Couldn't see him.
I couldn't see him. Damn, he was right. Damn, I can't see you.
You see?
Was not a lie.
You understand why?
I was invisible. I was ready to move on from that segment. And Grim out of nowhere says, I like Virgil.
Sure.
I agree. He's cool.
Vincent?
Oh, they're talking about Virgil. Virgil, boy, he's got the internet popping.
He's cool.
He made that appearance.
Does he look the same?
Of course. Yeah, he looks okay for his age. Remember when they called him Vincent, of course, in the WCW? Vincent?
Yeah.
That was a shot at Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
By Bischoff.
I like
it. You know, because Virgil was always sort of Ted DiBiase's bitch.
Yeah.
So he came with, he was like the NWO bitch. Vincent.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon's my bitch.
WCW was awesome.
You loved it. I loved it, too. I liked it a lot.
Oh, great stuff.
I liked the Attitude Era a lot. That was the best time to be a wrestling fan. I used to watch one, tape the other, and watch it right after. And I couldn't wait. I won't lie to you, when it was Impact vs. Raw, it was kind of annoying. It was like 2 hours, and it was kind of like, okay, I think I've seen enough of all this.
Right.
And for the most part, Raw was the one that had my attention, except for the night when RVD won the title. I thought that was an awesome show. Yeah. But after that, I was like, forget it. I lost it.
Yeah.
So, yes, Cena versus Batista in an I Quit match. How about I quit wanting to see these matches? I tap out.
Who do you got?
I got a punch in the mouth for Vince McMahon for booking this again. I'm going to go with John Cena, of course, because Batista, he could be leaving soon. I don't know. They keep saying he could be, and then he's not, and then it's going to be a loser leaves town match, and then it's not.
He's the cover boy.
He's the cover boy.
He's never going to lose. TNA loves him.
He loses.
I heard the crowd booing him the other day.
The crowd boos him quite a bit.
Yeah.
Sometimes he goes, it depends what
Turn
city.
his ass heel.
Do you remember when Hogan, people were getting sick of Hulk Hogan doing the same old red and yellow?
Oh, WCW.
And they started booing him.
Sure.
That's what they are doing now with Cena.
Do it. Turn him.
But they need to do a big angle, and right now their angles are shit, so I don't know if they could do a big angle. What would you do with Cena right now with the big angle to turn him heel? How would you do it? And don't just give me a wrestler to turn him heel against, and that's it. Let's think of a creative way to do it. It would have to be something serious, right?
Right.
So what?
He runs out.
It's already lost me.
He runs out.
Forget it. This would take a while, guys. We would have to sit and think about this.
He smacks the kid in the face. Kid's wearing his hat, doesn't like
Well, that would turn him heel.
It's all he can.
Just go against everything that he's saying right now.
Right.
He'd be a great heel.
Yeah.
But how does he do it? Do we do not an NWO sort of thing, but does he join someone? Does he do anything? He's just himself?
Sure.
Just turns on everybody?
Sure.
It could be good.
Starts being a dick.
It could be good, simple.
Maybe getting a little quieter. Maybe he's not starting to do his, hat.
He says two bad things.
Yeah, maybe he's not calling.
Evil John.
Maybe not clapping the hand.
Evil John. They would never do it.
Handing out.
Randy Orton, badass, is going to replace him as the face of the WWE.
Maybe.
If they're going Attitude Era, hell yes. If they're not, it doesn't make any sense. Right?
Wasn't he bad at one point? Cena was bad.
Sure.
He's a bad guy. When he rapped, correct? He's a rapper.
Yeah, that was early on. He was okay. When he first came out, Eminem was really in at the time. So he kind of had this Eminem vibe to him.
Dude, he was thinking shit.
Started doing the rap and thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
In his jean shorts, baggy jean shorts. Cena was always pretty cool. I'm not a Cena hater by any means.
Dude, that was one guy.
He can sell tickets. Yeah, I think he's a fairly good wrestler. Listen, I'm not saying he could get in. He's not Bret Hart. He's not Benoit. I'm not saying no. He's an entertainer.
Sure.
You know, he's a good entertainer.
But did you see it coming? Like, I didn't see it coming. I remember when
the John Cena sensation?
Right.
No.
Unbelievable.
A little bit.
No.
Yeah, I did a little bit. He was popular. He got a good reaction. You could sort of see it.
Kind of, but
you know,
big as he got.
You can always see. You could sometimes you see it and you're kind of like, oh, I think they got one.
I'll tell you, he was huge. Rey Mysterio. God.
Yeah.
They him from WCW. They got a CEO of a deal.
Yeah, on his contract. We're paying him a lot of money.
Sure. Well,
we're still making a lot of money.
They love him. The crowd loves him. He can be like 280 pounds, fat little luchador.
Yeah.
Still love him.
A fat little luchador.
Seriously.
I wish they could snag Rey Mysterio to TNA, have him be our leader for the luchador invasion.
Nice.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Awesome.
Destroy the X division.
Knowing them,
who's going to save the X division?
Go get Chavo.
Yeah, knowing them, Chavo. No offense, Chavo, but you know.
I'm here.
You know Eddie Guerrero, R.I.P.
Oh, God, no.
No. But, boy, when Chavo came out on that pony in WCW, he had me hooked.
Yeah. That was all right.
The main event of Raw, Sheamus and Cena, again, they wrestled a little bit recently. I like Sheamus a little bit more. I don't know if he should still be in the main event picture, but he's sort of over.
He would never get tan.
He will never get tan?
Yes.
Highly likely.
God, he's pale.
Yes, he's very pale. And everybody, it's too bad for him because all they do is make jokes about poor Sheamus.
It's hard to watch because it's like a shining light.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. The chat has a little delayed to what they're hearing, so I want to go back.
Sure.
Great idea, Grim. Suicide, a.k.a. Cass, can be the savior of the X Division.
Oh, that's true.
For our luchador invasion.
He went to Mexico, right?
Yes. You see, I'm telling you, the stuff that we could just throw out there is way better, more interesting. You know, we got the luchador invasion. I'm tuning in next Thursday if they tell me I'll start a luchador invasion.
That would be awesome. I think a lot of people would.
They're not doing it.
Mexican dude.
Yeah, but they have to have him come in and kick ass.
Of course, they're not gonna come in and just do like an elbow.
And it would fit.
That would be unbelievable. They get in the ring and just start whooping up these X guys.
Here comes the number one fan of Sheamus. What's up, Sheamus lover?
It's John Cena, 19.
This guy, John Cena, 99. Are you ready? Our buddy Wrestling George, big party tonight.
Big party.
Big party. Are you going to be hanging out with any cool wrestlers tonight?
Anybody.
Dolph Ziggler. I heard you're throwing a party, and there's going to be wrestlers, and maybe Kelly said she'd show up.
Wow. She faked last time.
But she faked last time.
Well,
the Miz said maybe?
Yeah.
Or he is? He confirmed. Okay. All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Which party is
Wrestling George is going to be having a party. We're throwing a party. We're going to have the Miz.
The Miz.
We're going to have Kelly.
Uh-huh.
And who else? Dolph Ziggler.
What about Buff Daddy?
Oh, a week cannot go by without you mentioning Buff Daddy.
Get him, Buff Bagwell. He'll bring the ladies.
Yeah.
I promise you that.
All right, everybody, we're going to have a little fun. It's the last 10 minutes of the show.
Oh, fun time.
And we're just going to have a little good time. We're going to bring in one of our friends here.
Oh.
His name is Chris.
Chris.
Now, Chris isn't a big, he's not a wrestling guy. He doesn't watch wrestling like us on Mondays. Well, I used to. I stopped for about 2 weeks now. I got to get back into it.
Yeah.
But he doesn't watch wrestling every Monday and Thursday. But he remembers a little bit. He's one of these casual fans.
Right.
Who remembers wrestling back in the day. Honky tonk man stuff.
King Kong.
Exactly. Chris, come on in here, my friend. How you doing today?
Doing all right. How you doing?
Not too bad, man. What do you remember from wrestling? What's missing from wrestling today? What do you remember that you liked when you were watching wrestling?
The NWO days.
The NWO days. There you go. Now listen, we haven't set this up, anybody. This is a very random interview. First thing, NWO days. And when you talk to people, the casual fan out there, they all remember and for the most part love the NWO, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Who else? Anybody else?
I'd say the Wolfpack.
The Wolfpack, part of the NWO. You're a big WCW fan, Chris.
Yes, definitely.
Were you a WWF fan?
Yeah, a little bit. I was a big fan of Steve Austin back then.
Steve Austin. So you were an Attitude Era guy.
Definitely.
See, this is probably the reaction, or what you would hear from the casual fan if you went up to them. What do you watch wrestling anymore? No. Did you used to? Yes. Who do you remember? You'd probably hear Steve Austin. You'd probably hear NWO. Right? You'd probably hear The Rock.
Yep.
Right? So, what about ECW? Did you ever watch any of that?
Yeah, ECW, I watched that for a little bit, you know.
Our buddy Grimm in the chat room brought it up.
Yeah, well,
that had a little following.
Bad time slot for me.
They were on very late. Very late. What else, Chris? What else do you remember?
Man, I miss Mr. Sacco.
Mr. Son, Mick Foley. Yeah. Now, I told you the other day, you didn't even know he was on TNA.
I had no idea.
You had no clue he was even on television anymore.
No idea.
So he was shocked to hear, everybody, that Mick Foley's been on TNA. You see, no one on the internet, sometimes we get, and me included, we get so into the internet and everybody who's watching wrestling, you forget sometimes their marketing, their advertising is so bad. There's people out there who are saying, man, I miss Cactus Jack and Mankind, Mick Foley. He's still there. They just don't see him. They don't know it.
Or he's not the same.
But he's still on television, and he didn't even know it.
Yeah.
That's the point.
That's bad.
You know, that's the point. Did you know that Kevin Nash is still wrestling on television?
I knew that.
You didn't know that? Okay.
Scott Hall.
Scott Hall.
Yep, he was doing it too.
Did you know that he's now a tag team champion?
Never knew that.
Okay.
Oh, he is now.
He is now. And did you also know he was just arrested for disorderly conduct and resisting arrest?
Wow, no, not at all.
Are you surprised?
Not at all.
Not at all. So from what you remember from Scott Hall, that makes a lot of sense for you.
Yeah, he's a fun guy.
No, we got Daniel from Scotland in our chat. Foley's still with TNA. They used him so much that they're running out of time for his contract. Like he only has so many appearances. So they've used him all the time. Chris here still didn't know he was on television. Unbelievable. Who else, Chris? Throw some names at us. We do this towards the end of the show. We call it the Wrestling Fever. Who do you remember? Who did you like to watch when you used to watch wrestling?
Billy Kidman, the 7-year itch.
You like Billy Kidman. The 7-year itch. That was his move. Out of nowhere with that, Chris. Impressive.
Finisher.
Remember when he was Sick Boy?
Yeah.
And he couldn't stop scratching himself? The Flock with Raven. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who else?
A Raven.
He's still in TNA. I don't think he's doing anything.
I know he's still wrestling, but I remember back when Chavo came out on his little horse.
Yes, we were just talking about that. That's amazing you mentioned that. We were just, apparently Chavo on his horse was a big hit with everybody. I knew it. I knew it. Why did he ever give that gimmick up?
No.
That was made for him.
It was.
All right, Chris, thanks for joining us, buddy. That was Chris, the casual wrestling fan.
WCW, pretty much all.
Yeah, remembered a lot of WCW guys.
Of course.
Very nice. You see,
this works.
sometimes we forget, we get out of the, we watch all the wrestling all the time. You forget there's a huge shitload of people out there who have stopped watching wrestling that would if it was any good. If they still had the characters, the angles, the storylines. Guys, don't be content with what they're giving us. I almost sound like a politician. Don't be content with the government. Don't be content with the status quo because it's not good. And a lot of the wrestling fans have left. Just because your love for wrestling and my love and your love for wrestling is so deep, we still watch. We still try to stick through it, even though, there's a chunk of people out there who can't take it, and they took off. And when wrestling's popular, there's nothing like it. The sold-out arenas, your friends are all talking about it.
That's when
it's interesting. You're at parties getting drunk, talking about it, doing angles. Maybe I sound like a dork, but we did that stuff. It was in. Wrestling was cool.
You know what I did the other day?
What did you do?
Watching the Mayweather fight.
Okay.
Before the Mayweather fight, I brought over DVD of WCW at my friends and
WCW again.
But listen, bunch of guys that don't watch wrestling, loving it.
Yeah.
Loving the matches. Old school WCW. I was just playing matches.
Of course.
And they're like, whoa, remember this guy, Goldberg? Awesome.
Goldberg's one of everybody's favorite.
Awesome.
Everybody's favorite. And boy, tell you what, whenever I think of Goldberg, I think of when the stun gun loss.
Bad.
That
was bad.
Of all the way they built him up as such a beast, and that's the way they made him lose, that was a big disappointment.
Who did that?
When they talk about the death of WCW, that's when it started. But I disagree with people who say the finger poke of doom was a bad thing. Remember when they set that up, Hulk Hogan finger poked Kevin Nash, and then he pinned him?
That was great.
I thought it was cool. They reformed the NWO. It was the plot. It was just a strategy. Yeah, they ran on it together. Hogan was the leader, always had been the leader of the NWO. Nash said, you're the leader. We're doing this, We're getting the gang back together. Let's do it like we used to.
That's right.
I understood it. The crowd popped hard for it.
It was awesome.
Right. But, subsequently, the writing was poor, and they didn't do it properly. But it wasn't that, guys. That didn't kill WCW at all. But I think that cattle prod, boy, at Starrcade on a pay-per-view, Goldberg's streak, undefeated, super popular, through the roof, and he loses that way to Kevin fucking Nash.
Oh, it's not that he lost to Kevin Nash, the way he lost.
Vince McMahon's not going to bring in Kevin Nash to beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania next year. I'll tell you that much.
But what did he do with Goldberg?
Not much.
There we go.
At least he used him.
Well, we didn't use him.
We got 5 minutes left, everybody. We want to thank everyone for stopping by. Andre Harrison, Beer Hunter.
Beer money.
Beer Hunter. That's a pretty cool name. Daniel from Scotland, as always. He's going to be going for Drew McIntyre, shocker, at the pay-per-view.
Man.
Coming up for the Intercontinental title against Kofi, Over the Limit. I think Over the Limit's going to be awesome. Grim. Thanks for stopping by, Grim, as always, and sorry for my TNA mistake. Grim is a big fan of TNA.
Again.
Yeah, he's a big fan of TNA.
Bastard.
Very cool, though. He's a big supporter. Dixie really should appreciate guys like this.
Should.
We're sticking through thick and thin.
Me too.
When me, one of the biggest Hulk Hogan fans is saying, let me take off, things are getting nasty.
I'm watching.
All the luchadors. We only got 2 luchadors this week. Even though you have your masks on,
they're just waiting for their invasion.
we still love you. They're waiting for the luchador invasion. Coming soon to TNA as soon as Dixie hires me. Yeah, that's going to happen. Inge, thank you for stopping by. You said formerly known as Inge.
Yes.
Miss them, thank you, sir, for stopping in. Miss Mimi is here.
Oh.
Keeping the chat room live.
Mimi.
Nutty Rock chick.
Nutty Rock.
She's a little crazy. She likes rock.
Watch out.
Yeah, watch out. And Todd Frizzle.
That's a good reference.
Is that a cool name?
I like it.
Todd Frizzle. That's a pretty cool name. I could come up with a gimmick for that right now.
Good.
Easily.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. So we're going to start to shut things down. Over the Limit is coming up. Let's go through our predictions one more time. I'm going Cena. You're going
Cena.
Cena over Batista. I'm going Swagger. You're going Big Show. I'm going Drew McIntyre. You're going Drew McIntyre. I am going Hart Dynasty. And you are going Jericho and Miz? I think they're pushing Hart Dynasty.
Yeah.
Hart Dynasty. Maurice and Eve Torres. I am going Maurice. You're going Eve. Edge and Orton. I'm going Edge. Orton. A lot of people going Orton. R-Truth and DiBiase Jr.
DiBiase.
You're going DiBiase. I'm going DiBiase. I think they're going to push him as well. Whoa. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Listen, we got to shut down in 2 minutes. But we are going to keep going. So come back later in the week or in like 15 minutes, whenever. And download the episode. You can listen to the last. However much longer we go, we're just going to keep talking. Right. They tell us we got 90 seconds. We say we're going to keep going. Right. But it's going to be for you guys in the archives. Yes. For checking us out in the archives. So thanks, everybody. Every week, every Saturday, join us 6 o'clock for the Big Al Show. The Fever. You're absolutely right, Grim. The Fever. That's what's coming up.
I'm blowing up.
That's what's coming up, and we're blowing up. We're getting hot.
I'm sweating.
So you guys are going to have to come back and see why we're sweating so much over here. It's hot. It's South Florida, and we got the fever for some wrestlers, and we're going to tell you who we got the fever for.
Oh, yeah.
So thanks, everybody. Great show. Good show. Thanks. We appreciate it. And we're going to get into the good stuff, the real big stuff. We're going to start the fever?
Yes.
I like to tease the listeners in the chat. I'm a little bit of a tease. Girls, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit of a tease. We're going to start the fever right now.
Okay.
Who do you got the fever for this week? Are you going to say somebody you say every week, man?
Scott Norton fever.
Scott Norton fever. Yeah, every week he says that. Sure, Grim. Grim wants a caller show. We'll do a caller show.
Sure.
Coming up soon. We'll let you know when. Caller show, definitely. We haven't had one in a while. You got Scott Norton. You already said Scott Norton.
He's always the fever.
I got the fever. 10 seconds. I got 10 seconds. I got the fever for... Christian, stop chopping him out, Vince McMahon. I'm sick and tired of you abusing and misusing Christian. Stop chopping him out. I'm sick of it. It's garbage. And we are now into the extra portion of the show. And we're just going to kick back now, everybody, and have a good time. Let us know it's over. Thanks, Grim. We're happy you guys stopped by. I'm going to tell everybody in the chat thank you. Sure. You go ahead and keep talking. And then we're going to get Wrestling George in here. We're going to get Chris back in here. Sure. They got a party coming up they want to talk about.
Well, let me tell you, Alex Wright, a.k.a. Berlin, was awesome. Saw him the other day. He was shocking.
What's up, guys? You know it's Chris's birthday.
It is Chris's birthday.
Our buddy Chris, who came and did the Random Wrestling Fan, it's his birthday. Happy birthday, buddy. Come on back over. Come on, join us. We're in the extra sessions. We're no longer live.
We're not live.
We're going to be on the archives. Later on, people can check us out. You got a big party coming up tonight.
Yeah, got going on.
What you guys doing? What are you guys doing? You popping bottles?
Popping a lot of bottles.
Here comes Wrestling George. He got a new shirt today.
He did.
There's a place up the street.
Bugle Boy.
It's not a Bugle Boy. He's not wearing a Bugle Boy. Wrestling George, have you given up on wrestling?
Is this it for you?
No?
No way.
Are you coming back? You can't get much out
Oh, he gave us that.
He gave us a little Jake the Snake.
Man. Shit.
We were just talking about Goldberg, Chris.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Goldberg? You were talking about how much you love Goldberg.
It was awesome.
You were very upset. When were you pissed off?
We got stunned when they all went to
See that?
Razor Ramon gunned him in the shoulder, and then so I don't know whatever the finishing move, but they finishing moved in.
Jackknife powerbomb.
There you go.
And that was it. Goldberg couldn't handle it anymore.
Sweet move.
It was a pretty sweet move.
Yeah, I like it. Can't do it anymore. Really, that good.
You watching the pay-per-view Sunday? Wrestling George?
Maybe.
He's going
MVP. MVP's not in it.
No. Well, he's going to be in the black. What is it called?
Cena Batista. Who do you like? Cena.
Oh.
Let's get Wrestling George's prediction. Big Show and Jack Swagger for the title.
Jack Swagger.
Jack Swagger. Kofi and Drew. Kofi Kingston and Drew McIntyre. Intercontinental title.
Drew McIntyre.
McIntyre. Jericho and Miz versus the Hart Dynasty.
Jericho and Miz.
You love the Miz. Did you get your haircut because of the way the Miz did?
Oh, man.
Be honest.
A little bit.
You wanted it to come out the same.
You gotta take a picture.
Is it true that you took a picture with you to the barber of the Miz?
You should.
Is that true?
I didn't bring it.
These are rumors.
You didn't bring it. It just happened to be in your pocket.
A poster in there.
Did you look it up?
Yes.
And she still did a bad job.
Did a good job.
Did she yell at her?
I don't want to hear that.
It's not
Edge versus Orton.
Orton.
Okay. R-Truth and DiBiase.
Yeah.
DiBiase.
Man. Can't go wrong with them.
So you guys getting ready to party tonight?
Big party. Big party.
Big party. You guys got to be safe. These guys are maniacs. I don't know if you guys don't know Wrestling George too well. But when he starts getting a couple beers in his system, forget it. It's trouble. You're not drunk today, then?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Find this guy at Walmart at 7 in the morning.
Walmart?
Looking for wine or something.
We got wine here.
Oh yeah. Did you?
We got wine, baby.
Did you like that wine?
No. What's that wine called?
Sangria.
Sangria.
Yeah.
Sucks. Way too sweet, man.
Good. I like it.
It felt like I was eating sweet ass grapes.
Yeah.
Sugary ass grapes.
Grapes are awesome.
What else do you want to talk about? Keep it going, man. I don't think there's no limit.
There's no limit. Over the limit.
We're going over the limit. Get ready. Wrestling impersonation.
If you guys keep making fun of me, the Warriors will come to your home. They will find you and eat you.
Oh, yeah? I like that one.
You like that one? Who was that, Chris? You don't even know who it was.
Oh, yeah.
The Ultimate Warrior.
Come on.
Our stalker. We better watch it. Warrior's going to try to slap us with a lawsuit.
He is.
Wait till he finds out we don't make any money for this. He's going to be real pissed. Sorry, Warrior, we're just speaking our minds, and you don't have to show up every week.
Warrior, when he's...
Listen, we'll say it once. He doesn't really show up if you guys are totally... I'm sorry, we don't have any dumb listeners, but if we happen to have one, and you think the Warrior's really showing up to our house, he's not. I will never admit that again, though, because he really is showing up to our house.
With Renegade.
What's that?
I got an invitation.
To the Warrior's house?
Oh, man, this is great.
You can come to my home. Eat dinner with me. No Warriors. Sorry.
I've got another invitation.
Another invitation.
Right? This is a good one. All right?
Yes.
Here we go.
Oh, you didn't know? You had to call somebody.
A lot of people say TNA TJ looks like Road Dogg. What do you think?
That's great.
Now, yeah.
That guy was cool.
You should get up and do the little Road Dogg dance.
I forget how he did it.
The little... You guys at home can't see this, but we're doing the Road Dogg dance.
I got to do the dance in the club.
The dance in the club?
Road Dogg man.
All right, TNA TJ, if you could book a card right now in WCW era,
Sure.
bring back any of the WCW guys,
Sure.
who would it be?
Who would it be?
Give us a card. Give us a match list.
All right. First match will be some luchadors to start off the show.
Love the luchadors.
Bro, we're going to pump the crowd up. Get the crowd up. We don't want them out getting soda and popcorn. We want them walking.
We want them in their seats.
We want the TV viewers going, I'm not missing this for nothing.
Okay.
Then we give them a little cruiserweight action, okay?
So we're going back-to-back with cruiserweight.
Yes, we are. Back-to-back.
2 matches in a row. A lot of people at home would like this idea.
Yeah, cruiserweights right away. We got a little Eddie Guerrero, who's still alive.
You know what you could do here with this, too? I see where you're going.
Yeah.
You could have the luchadors in the first match.
Yeah.
You could have the cruiserweights in the second match.
Oh, yeah.
And that's where you start to build up the feud.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you in the first match of the night? Why are you in the opener? You see, it's really easy, guys, to make logical, wrestling matches in booking, but they're not doing it.
Nope.
Okay, so we got our 2 matches set. Have we done any storylines up to this point?
Now we're brewing a promo.
Okay, now we're doing a promo. Who's coming out? Coming out into the ring? I always like to do...
NWO's coming.
Oh, no.
They're coming out.
Here we go. I thought we were doing something new.
No.
Okay, we're going old school.
NWO's coming out.
No, I'd like to do something new.
Okay,
let's do something new.
Right,
We got a new plan here. Luchadors in the first match, Cruiser X Division guys in the second match. We're changing it. We're booking TNA now. Okay? So far, so good. Then what?
Chavo comes
No,
out.
I'm doing the next one. Forget that. We got a limousine pulling up.
Uh-oh.
Limousine sitting there.
Whoa.
We don't see who's coming out. That's always a favorite. I know that's a simple one.
Sure.
It could be anyone. All these damn wrestlers should be taking limousines, at least in the storylines. So who's it going to be? Well, you're going to have to wait till after the commercial at least. Well, you don't find out after the commercial, but you have some sort of a promo.
You remember something about that?
Yeah, what's going on there? Or you do one of those, what's that? Who's that guy, standing over there in the back? We don't know him. We've never seen him before. Some weird older-looking guy. Doesn't even have to be the wrestler.
No.
What's he doing there? Yeah, just little stuff like that, just to, mystery and intrigue and not just crap. All right, so anyway, what's next? Who's your next match?
Then we get a jobber match.
Jobber match. We're going to bring back the jobber matches. Yes. Oh, this sounds like a great show.
So jobber match, regular Scott Norton versus, I don't know. What's his name? Norman Smiley.
Scott Norton, okay.
Sure, you have to have a jobber match. You can't have a great match.
Now we're about 45 minutes in now. We might be getting close to an hour.
Sure.
Okay. Then you got to have a big angle at one. I don't know, man. That might have been too many matches. Quick match, quick squash.
Norton can kill that guy.
Okay. And we could keep going, but we're going to shut things down. I'm getting tired. It was a great show. We had a great time with everybody. We hope you enjoy it in the archives.
Yeah.
We'll continue our card next week. So if you're a big WCW fan, come back with us to see if Scott Norton's, victory over a jobber pays any dividends. I'd have to disagree and block you on that. We're not going to do Scott Norton against the jobber. I was with you up to the cruiserweight part. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We will see you next Saturday at 6 o'clock. Big Al, TNA TJ.
Adios.
Goodbye. Oh, excuse me. From now on, it's good night.
Oh.
And good luck.
Oh.